Sit at My Grave, Season 4, Sanity or Salvation, Chapter 36. You have to think about it, Galen. He's not going to wait forever, and the longer you do, will just make it worse. Galen sat on his family's couch, Carmela. Sunlight from a window blanketing them both. Carmela wore their school symbol in her oversized sweatshirt, which Galen had a hard time looking at. I told him he could move his stuff into our house while we're at the Atlas holiday party. Galen tensed as he watched the look develop on his girlfriend's face. You think that's a good decision? You're gonna move a stranger into their home. Seriously? She scolded him. Galen shrunk down, holding his cap in his hands. I don't have much time. I don't want him to get the school back refused. He'll think I'm not taking this seriously. Galen sputtered, waving his hat around with one hand. Carmela sighed, crossing her arms. I thought you two were becoming great friends. I'm sure he wouldn't do that. Carmela tried to reassure him. Yeah, but even friends get upset. I'm asking him to hold off on having a home he was promised. I bought hundreds from him already. What kind of a friend does that? What am I doing? Everything's going so wrong. Tom put his head down, dropping his cap in favor of holding his face. Carmela watched him for a moment. She inched closer, rubbing his back soothingly. Do what you can to stay in school. I'm paying him back. And besides, the money thing wasn't exactly your fault. You only did that to help Arden get back home. Carmela reminded him, her tone softer. Tom groaned in response. Thanks, he eventually said. He leaned up, pulling her in, hugging her, leaving a gentle kiss on her forehead. Carmela pulled her lips into a simple smile, hoping one of his arms wrapped around her. Galen! Genevieve squealed coming into the room. She hopped into the couch, hugging onto Galen. Hi, Jenny, Galen responded. Carmela just smirked. It's a nice day. Mommy said you can take me out if you want to, but only if you want to. She said to make sure you want to, but you don't have to. Genevieve spoke up excitedly, talking over herself after she pulled away from the hug. Gee, do you think we should all take a ride to the park? Galen questioned, looking to Carmela. It is a nice day after all, she giggled. Yeah! Genevieve celebrated. She jumped off the couch, latching onto Galen and Carmela's wrist, beckoning them up. We're up, we're up. Galen laughed. Just because it's nice doesn't mean you don't need a coat, Carmela told Genevieve, whose eyes widened. I'll be right back, she announced before speeding off. Galen stared at Carmela, a warm smile on his face. Carmela caught it, swiftly moved away, where he had the chance to put his arm around her. Are you going to see the Atlas before the party then? She asked. Oh, maybe. Her artist grandmother had surgery weeks ago. I want to give them a chance to settle before the party, Galen told her, grabbing his and her coat. I'm shocked they still want to have the party, honestly, Galen mentioned. If you met Verna, you'd understand. She won't let that get her down, but honestly, I think they're just determined to have a good holiday. It's been rough on them. They don't want another sour memory tainting something, I imagine. I said with empathy. Carmela nodded, cast her eyes away. I'm back! Genevieve screamed, sliding back into the room. We're at it here. Galen smiled. Shared one last look at Carmela before they all left out together. Before any of them could truly prepare, the holiday party was upon them. Along with that came the cold, blustery weather. The streets were mainly beautiful decorative lights danced in and out of homes, bringing a warm joy despite the climate. Inside, lively sounds bounced off the walls, delightful scents wafted through. It was the cozy atmosphere everyone had waited all year for, wanting just a piece of it for themselves and their homes. Season 4, Sanity or Salvation, Chapter 37. Arden was back on the couch again, his belongings stacked around it. Even after Verna's accident, joyous atmosphere creeped back through the thin walls. Arden had visited the hospital a few times, only after he was sure Verna was up and moving around, and when Lee had stopped crying so much. It was a cheap move, reminiscent of his past self. They just couldn't bear it. How disappointing. He was the cause, and he still couldn't own up to it. Arden flopped his arm over, slapping himself in the face. It wouldn't leave a mark, but the sound and light stinking was satisfactory enough for them. Even through his guilt, he was sure to journal what he saw and felt. He could try and enjoy this party all he wanted, bond with his family as he pleased, but he knew at the end he would be on his way out again. As far as he was concerned, he didn't live anywhere at the moment. He was only drifting by. It had been quite a few weeks since Verna went to the hospital. She had to have surgery, spent a while recovering. She came home before the doctor recommended, but she was forced to use crutches and have pain medication. Since then, she had to spend much more time inside than usual. But aside from that, Arden observed her still trying to make light of the situation, despite everything. Now, Arden and the rest of the family were focused on having a nice holiday. The days were counting down fast. The lights and pretty little decorations were hung everywhere. Arden's vision pulled from one area to the next. It looked nice. Only mentioned that when she visited McKinney's, Genesis had given her some of their decorations to use. He'd be here soon. As far as Arden knew, it would be a 2-day party at least, with McKinney sleeping over. Arden carefully ran his fingers over the soft plush of his traveling buddy and laid against his chest. He didn't know how it would go, but either way, it was time to get ready. Everyone will be there tomorrow. Arden pushed himself up, putting his plush away, heading in to get dressed. Good, you're up. Arden's outstretched hand held it, and his tread slowed to a stop. Look, I'll be gone for a while, so after Granny, regardless of what she's hurt, so try to lay down as much as possible, I told him. She's more quiet, tired. Arden faced her, realizing she was already dressed. A store uniform, name tag, slept darkening under her eyes. I'll make sure she stays out of trouble, Arden responded. Emily blew a little air out of her nostrils, sharing Arden's attempt at levity. Okay, well, I'm off, Emily said, adjusting her uniform once more. She leaned in, giving Arden a kiss on the cheek. Do you need anything? Last-minute holiday treat I can pick up? Emily offered. Arden pressed his lips together tightly. Nothing I can think of. I think we have all my favorites, Arden told her, leaning against the wall. Saw Emily's eyes light up a bit. Okay, well, I'm officially out of here. Call me if you need me, Emily told him, hugging him tightly. Arden hugged her back. Emily sighed after they parted, leaving out quickly. It's not too late. Arden watched her drive down the street and finally pulled himself away from the window. Steam felt portable, walking the mirrors, surrounded his body, his veins being pounded against the stair. After checking on his grandmother, Arden went in. Settles for more gifts at the car, but Arden wasn't that naive. He knew fully well Verna's surgery cost a lot. He in fact confirmed it, seeing a letter from the hospital laid out. They hadn't been completely comfortable financially. They were getting into a good spot until this happened. Bills for the ride there, the surgery, and all the medicine that came with it. Because I thought I saw. Arden paused that thought, pushed the shower curtain away, glanced around the bathroom. His pile of dirty clothes slumped over in the corner, which made him freeze. He quickly shook his head, closing the curtain back. He had to shake his paranoia. Couldn't keep hurting his family because of what was going on in his own head. Arden rubbed his hands down his wet face, keeping his head down. He couldn't get Jazia's words out of his mind. Predatory shouts of that beast, gruesome sounds as he heard his flesh being impaled repeatedly. They all clogged his brain. Words repeated in Arden's head. It's like a 20-foot past, too familiar to forget, too hard to place in its entirety. It can't. It won't. His weak voice fought back, but against what? It wasn't sure. Farmer braced himself against the inner wall of the shower, face contorting in a terrible frown. His head pulsing with ache. He realized what was happening to him. Again, he was this time. Hello, welcome or welcome back. Let's sit back, relax. Trouble in his eye. 4. Sanity or Salvation, Chapter 38. Arm's trouble opened his eyes. He looked out the water sinking to a trailing stream. His vision was strong. All the voices got louder. His breath was sharp. His hand tried to grip against the water-soaked wall, but he gritted his teeth. His first thought clashed in if he was fainting. He felt his heart at his hopes draw underneath him. Watching the waters, he dug for his bearings. Is he here? What's happened to me? Art questioned in fear. His inner worry took a turn when he saw the clear water start to stain red. His pupils widened, a light tremble going through his body. Art's eyes warmed with tears. Shifting red water started to look familiar. He see his brother's face staring right back at him. Art immediately ripped his hands from the wall he was braced against, almost looking forward in the process. Breathe! Art rasped out. The open stared. His white breath was rising right up to him. Art's trembling hands reached downward towards him. Her hands slowly came up to meet Art's. Breathe! Art repeated. He felt weightless. In a flash, those hands reaching towards him, crawled around Reed's mouth, snatching him right back into his body with this. It happened so quickly that Artist in a flash, those hands reaching towards him, crawled around Reed's mouth, snatching him right back into his body with this. It happened so quickly that Artist still caught the fear in his brother's eyes. Artist dropped to his knees, reaching for him. No! No! Reed, you can't take him! You can't take my brother! Artist screamed, broke into a raspy squeak. His hands slowly, desperately splashing that water, searching. The water had turned cold. His knees throbbed, but Artist stayed there, feels in the unforgiving clinic. Right there. I know. I just... Artist! Are you okay? Artist really heard the knock, muffled voice. Lorna, she must have gotten up. He was staying here for way too long. I'm alright, Grandma. You can get back in bed. Arthur answered. He slowly shut off the water, raising back up. She chuckled. Oh, well.
Glad, sweetie.
Arthur listened to her as he stepped out, started to dry off and get dressed. However, your brother's not. You absolutely can. And you will again. What was the voice of his grandmother? Arthur's movement stopped completely. He stared at the door. The knocks came back. Did you hear me, sweetie? The shrill voice spoke up again. Arden could feel his heartbeat going quicker, but he didn't dare speak. His feet moved, shuffling him backwards while he stared at the door. Careful hands grabbed a razor off the counter. Nobody get in front of him. His jaw was clenched. His damp hair sending the water dropled down his face. Yet he stayed firm. Minutes ticked by. Arden listened for another knock. Any voices. Nothing piqued his interest again. However, goosebumps had found his arms. His sadness quickly turning into nauseating fear. Arden rigidly reached towards the door to let himself out, yanked it open and jumped back. His weapon held tightly. He saw nothing. His body couldn't calm completely. Arden cursed softly, wiping at his eyes. He looked out, back and forth from the bathroom just to be sure. Finally, he left, tried to continue his day. Yet, his caution never left him. He found himself questioning everything. And that was what everyone scared him the most. What can he trust? Not himself to keep him safe. Hey, it's so good to see you. Oh, hello, can I take your coat? That outfit looks so pretty. Oh, this is so cute now. I'm so glad you're home. Cheddar filled the house as the guests flooded in. Cat began to snow lightly outside, wind picking up, making the house that much more warm and inviting. Oh, this place looks so beautiful, Ren. Our decorations go so well together. Genesis sang. She did a little spin around, her long skirt twirling with her. Where can I put this? Plain X holding a decorative candle up. The word hope along the glass of it. I told you guys, we didn't have to get each other any presents. Bentley fussed. I know, but Frank began explaining, but Genesis interrupted, taking the candle from his hand, practically shoving it into Renee's nervous hands. Don't turn away gifts. It's bad luck. It's just a little candle. Besides, doesn't it smell amazing? Genesis blathered, pushing Renee's hands closer to her nose so she could get a whiff of it. Renee sighed. Orange blossom with a hint of cream. I can't tell if it's meant to be summery or winter, but it's long lasting, so you can just have it until whatever. Just don't keep it lit from one season to the next. Genesis warned her with a laugh, sending her arms around Renly as she'd gotten close by her now. McLean gave a little shake of his head. Need one for a board game? Questioned, heading to the couch. I want to play! Genevieve's chair racing over. McLean gave her a stern look. No running in someone else's home, young lady, told her Lily, making her stop abruptly. Sorry, Dad, she said, twirling her shoes at the point on the floor. I'll just grab some drinks. Help yourselves to the appetizers, Lily said, walking off. Ooh, can I help you? Genesis offered. Sure, thank you, Lily agreed. Genesis grinned, following her into the kitchen. Where's Arden? Genevieve asked, sitting next to the McLean. He's around here somewhere. He gets a little shy with company. Verna joked before she sat in an armrest. She had her leg propped up, the cascading down her leg, snug to her hip. How are you holding up there, Verna? McLean asked, forehead creasing. Oh, don't fuss over me. The only thing bad about this cast is how ugly it is, Verna joked. I can make it pretty, Miss Verna, Genevieve offered, hopping up. Honey, I don't know if you should bother. McLean started, putting his hand up to stop her. Oh, shush you. I'd love some beautifying. Come over here, little one. Verna begged her. She smiled as she saw Genevieve lean her backpack over, taking out all her little art supplies. McLean cringed at the glitter she took out. Verna caught the look and smiled. You won't worry about spilled glitter on the holidays, she assured him. And besides, I'm not supposed to be moving around so much anyway. It'll be my daughter's problem to clean up, Verna whispered with a snicker, making McLean shuffle along with her. Where's your son at? I was looking forward to seeing him. That young man is something else, Verna said, looking over from watching Genevieve color on her cast. He's with this girl, Fran. Genevieve spoke up in a cheeky tone. Yes, he surprised us. Apparently, studying isn't the only thing he's been up to. He's dating Carmela, McLean explained. Isn't that crazy? My little boy dating a girl. They used to play together as kids, and now look, I could just die. It's so cute. Genesis spoke up as she re-entered the living room, really, both with drinks in hands. He is coming over, though. He just decided to spend a little time at her house first, Klein said. Oh, that's good. I'm sure Arden will be waiting for him. Ridley smiled. I want to see Arden. I brought over a bunch of books. He promised he'd read to me when he got home. Genevieve reminded him, smiling wide. She dotted the eyes of a smiley face on Verna's cast for looking up at her. That's going to be you when you feel all better, she told her. Well, thank you, dear. I'm feeling better already, Verna told her, leaning over a bit so she could give her a half hug, best she could. All right, let's get this game going. Genesis spoke up, clapping her hands together. Muffled sounds of the party fought against the music playing deep in his ears. Arden sat on the floor. He heard Francis' mother and grandmother enter and leave the house. Few distant family members had even stopped by early. Holidays just had a way of forcing people together. Arden swore, heard more condolences than he did holiday cheer. Finally, he barely heard as the McKinneys came over. But still, he didn't feel like leaving for what he said. He was so tired of trying to figure out what things meant. He knew what he had to do. He found himself aching to just get home with him already, rather than twirling his thumbs and worrying about all the details. It was driving him up the wall. The music he listened to was from his brother's band, only it wasn't him singing. He listened to Skip McConville with Amory as the lead, releasing music on different platforms now. Music videos were being released by the band under the new contract, certainly looking more polished. Arden's weary eyes took in the imagery before him. He just wanted something to keep him in the current happenings, something else to occupy his brain. But as he watched the band's music video, listened to that glorified cover of his brother's music, couldn't hide his emotions in the entertainment. The video was void of the person that made it possible. His lyrics were changed. It seemed like everything had moved forward. Careful fingers. Arden switched to Reed's old stuff, staring up at the ceiling as he did so. He fought to interrupt his own thoughts, not letting his own painful words finish. It was better to focus on the music and let nonsense play out in his head, and to let it turn to paranoia. Arden! Galen's here if you want to say hello. Arden heard Renly's voice. He tensed, but eventually turned the music off. Okay, Arden responded. I love you. He heard her again. The shepherdess stuttered a little this time. Renly had to know there was something wrong. But just like when he first arrived, she refused to be pushy, although she did worry. Arden got up and opened the door, starting Renly on her way back. She smiled triumphantly and hugged Arden. Come on, sweetie. Now the party can really start, she told him. Holiday music played on repeat. Holiday music played on repeat. Appetizers and drinks were out on display. Twinkling lights glittered everywhere, the sound of laughter sweeping over everything. Well, there's the man of the hour, Verna joked, pausing her phone conversation when she saw Arden wander in. Arden hardly looked at her, didn't want to avoid her, but everything made him feel like that was the best option. Arden, how are you doing? Plain asked, walking over to shake his hand. My, have you grown? Where have our babies gone, Renly? Oh, kids, get together. I need a picture. Genesis spoke up. She leapt up from the couch, trying to usher everyone together. Galen and Arden locked eyes briefly, starting to walk towards the decorative wall Genesis wanted them at. R! Genevieve yelled, running to him. She jumped at him, Arden holding her up on automatic, even surprising himself. Nice catch, Arden. Verna laughed, seeing the bewildered look briefly on his face. Honey, you can't keep doing that. You're gonna get hurt, Plain warned her. Turning an apologetic look towards Arden, who lightly shrugged. Nuh-uh, Arden wouldn't let me get hurt. Genevieve argued back and hung on to Arden. Arden balled his lip, still holding her close. Do you like your new nickname? I picked it because it sounds like what a pirate says, and you like dressing as a pirate, Genevieve told him, grinning. pirate? Arden questioned in confusion. You know, all your pirate jewelry, Jimmy pointed out, grabbing Arden's earring and necklace. She's just too much. I don't know where she gets it from. Genesis giggled. Galen cracked a smile before laying down laughing, able to stay stoic next to Arden's baffled expression. Arden glared at Galen briefly, smirking a bit, hearing his friend laugh. These are statement pieces, not stolen booty, Arden told him, making Galen laugh harder. Huh? Why would a pirate steal someone's bottom? Genevieve quizzed, causing the others to laugh again. A few flashes went across the room as Genesis took pictures of them, briefly putting her arm around her husband, startling him with a kiss in the middle of laughing, snapping a picture of their own. Soon, with Arden mingled back in, they were watching classic shows, playing board games, and eating all together, all chatting about life. For the first time in a while, Arden could feel his shoulders untense as he indulged in the food and started reading a little to Genevieve, just as he promised. He's still resting right now, but me and traveling buddy went to a lot of places together. We've been in cabs, planes, we even went on a train ride, Arden explained after finishing the story. Wow! I bet he's glad he went with you. If he were here, he'd just be in dance class with me. And we know giraffes all have left hooves, Genevieve said. She sat between Arden and Galen on the couch, while the plane went in to start dinner with Renly. Vernon and Genesis were involved in a card game together. Was it a fun trip? Galen questioned. Arden didn't know if this was them trying to pretend everything was normal for their families, or if they were actually trying to mend things. But didn't want to get too far in his own head. Desperate. Just enjoy a normal moment. Some parts. I worked on a farm for a while. I stuttered out. You were on a farm? Galen questioned in shock. Wow! Did you pet any baby sheep? Genevieve asked, bouncing in her seat. Yeah, and I did a lot of land work, not a lot of petting. Almost mainly in the dirt, Arden answered. Galen frowned, chuckling. You've really gotten around, huh, Arden? Things sure are different from school, Galen commented. Yep, Arden agreed, noticing that faraway look in Galen's eyes. He leaned forward, locking his hands together. Did you know Galen has a girlfriend? Genevieve blurted out, grinning up at Arden. Jenny! Galen scolded her. Yeah, and I know they're pretty close, too, Arden told her, smirking at Galen's flustered face. Why don't you talk about your own stuff? Galen mumbled, pulling at his hat. Oh, Arden. Arden turned around, watching Renly come in. You have some buddies that were asking about you, she said, starting to hand off dinner plates to McLean, putting away the snacks. Arden's stomach dropped. Who? He questioned. I can't remember. Some big guys, tattoos. Renly quizzed. She set Arden's plate down on the coffee table, along with Galen and Genevieve's. Arden barely heard them thank his mother, as he was wrecking his own brain, eyes staying focused on Renly. Did they give names? Arden questioned. As far as he knew, he didn't have any friends in this city. So who could be looking for him? I don't... Fig? Fred? Or I don't know. Something. I can't remember. I was working at the store when I saw them, Renly explained as she took her seat. Let's watch cartoons! Genevieve spoke up before Arden could question his mother any further. You need to ask what everyone wants to watch first, Jenny, Arden told her. I think it's a fun idea, Renly commented, smiling. Go on and turn on your little tune, sweetie. We'll watch with you, Vernon urged her. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You're gonna spoil her, Genesis laughed. Oh, I don't mind. I miss having little ones around, Renly said, hugging Genevieve briefly. Genevieve held her back happily, offering to crawl over, sitting in Renly's lap. I give up. You ladies always team up against me anyways, McLean laughed. They turned the TV on to some holiday-themed cartoons. Everyone snuggling in to watch while they ate. Arden flopped back to enjoy the moment. But now, he couldn't help but wonder. Sit at My Grave, Season 4, Sanity or Salvation, Chapter 41. Arden woke up to the savory, sweet scent of food cooking. house was warm, and light chatter had already started. Everyone there and active. Home felt so cozy. Reminded me of holidays as a child. It was still just the four of them. Of course, the moments hadn't been as innocent as they seemed at the time, but the warmth Arden felt then still remained within him. He recalled waiting on his brother to finish shoveling snow to get show of all the gifts he got. They'd play inside, and sometimes he would take him outdoors, use any box he could find, and tie old clothes together like a rope and pull them around the snow. He always tried to find them somewhere to sled down. Then, before going home, sometimes they'd stop for a hot drink. He couldn't hide in his memories forever. Eventually, they all ate breakfast together and got into activities, exchanging small gifts, talking, playing holiday music. Hey, Fern jumped in when Gal made his way next to him. Hey, he replied, glancing down his way, heading back to the party. Took a cautious sip of his hot chocolate, tensing when he heard Gal's sigh. Here, Gal said, handing the present box to him. Huh? Heard a question. His eyebrows knitted together. He put his mug down, in case he has full attention on him. I didn't think you'd want to open with everyone else. I'll explain for a minute. Arden cautiously took the box, kept his focus on it as he unwrapped. His shoulders feeling heavy as he pictured the paper. He could feel Gal's eyes on him. There was something expectant in his gaze. Arden couldn't decipher if it was something good or bad. And Agnes, Arden said in shock, gently ran his fingers on the shiny cover. Apparently you travel a lot now. Just something in case you get lost. Gal offered. He tucked away from Arden slightly. Yeah, I am. Actually plan on leaving real soon. Arden awkwardly spat out. They both continued staring at their families from where they stood. I figured. Gal replied, pulling his arms over his chest. Arden nodded, hiding the inside of his cheek. The reasons why were enough for him. Explaining himself again wouldn't go well. They both knew it. So Arden swallowed down the spikes of that condescending undertone and kept going. It's a thoughtful gift, he ventured, cradling the book in his arms. Glad you like it. Gal smiled with me. I didn't get you anything, Arden started to say. He saw Gal's smile shift. I figured that too. But Arden could get anything else out. Arden felt himself tense. He almost wanted to start yelling out his defense for himself. How could he get him a gift and then act like that? He knew his situation very closely. It wasn't like he didn't want to give him something. He didn't ask for the gift. Arden muttered, meaning to himself. He could feel the heat that crawled up his neck and the discomfort that fell into his belly. What? Arden couldn't tell if he hadn't heard him or if he was genuinely shocked. Before they could get into it, they planned on going out to enjoy the snow. It wasn't enough to be a hazard, but plenty had fallen. The icy material left a glittery white blanket over things. Treetops, yards, buildings, parked cars. It looked like a holiday card outside. As they cruised in the neighborhood and stared out the window, some few families out enjoying the gifts they gotten. Spills of laughter carried to the car. Does anyone need to stop? I strapped walking to the back. Where are we going? Tom asked. They'd been driving for a while at this point, enjoying the car, video, and each other's company. There was a hint at location they weren't sure of. Your mother won't let me, claimed again. But Genesis quickly spoke up. Don't ruin the magic, she screamed. Genevieve's eyes widened, and she hopped in her seat, making her mother smile warmly at her. Stop, he said again, after chuckling at his wife. Oh, fine. Make the old woman say it. Can we stop for the bathroom? Verna piped up. There's a gas station right over there, she pointed out. Mom, a gas station? There's no place for you to use the bathroom. Really stressed. Honey, I think a toilet in there is better than a seat in here, Verna told her, making Ridley's face go red as McKinney started to chuckle at them. Okay, we're pulling in, Frank assured her. Verna and Ridley steadily made it out the car together, Ridley having to hold on, making sure Verna could walk with their crutches. DeQueen got out, holding the doors open for them before climbing back in. You're such a gentleman, Jessica said, kissing her husband's cheek once he was next to her. That's the least I could do. Blaine chuckled, bucking his head, unable to hide the shy smile, seeing the admiration in his wife's eyes. When are we going to get to our secret place? Genevieve asked once again, bouncing in her seat. Soon. Really close now, Angel, Blaine informed her. I'm so excited, Dad. This has been the best holiday ever. Genevieve exclaimed. Before either of her parents could respond, she spoke up again. Thank you. They both shared a look, then looked back at her, seeing the big grin on her face. Oh, we're so happy to do it, darling. Believe me. Me and your dad are just as happy. We're so glad you're enjoying the holiday, Genesis told her. She leaned over, holding her daughter's hand briefly. It goes for you too, man. We're proud of what you're doing. We're so glad to have you back for now. McLean spoke, grabbing Gallon's attention. Gallon smiled, a bit uneasy. I'm happy to be back, Gallon muttered. McLean frowned. Why are you mumbling? Is everything okay, son? He asked. Arden couldn't help but glance up. He had tried to look busy on his phone, but his body tensed hearing this. Gallon hated lying. He was pretty sure he hadn't told his parents about the pregnancy yet, or anything that went wrong in college. In their eyes, they still had two perfect golden children. I'm okay, I'm gonna miss everyone when I leave after the break, Gallon stuttered out. Oh, don't think about it right now, baby. We only have the moment we're living in. Our boys and our daughter together again, Jessica said, giving Arden a smile. He silently returned. Before they could get any further, Ridley and Verna had come back, and it was time to drive again. Laughter, the warmth. 42. The brisk air, laughter, and warmth that filled Arden on the trip, something to be remembered. Hopefully memories would carry him, even when things got tough again. The beginnings that surprised everyone, and taking them out ice skating at a rink. It was a nice place. They went to skates at the desk, and encouraged each other out on the ice. Although it was a nice gesture, Arden was initially against the idea. However, he still got on the ice once or twice just to show appreciation. After many falls and feeling his attitude shift with them, he opted to stay out, seated next to his grandmother instead. Arden and Verna shared snacks, betting on people to fall on the ice, and find their own humor in the trip. Overall, Arden did enjoy himself a bit. He thought about what Genesis said about only having the moment you're living in, and really tried applying it to while they were out. It helped, but when he had those quiet moments alone to think, his brain reminded him. Sweeping it away wouldn't make his hands any cleaner. Everyone was home now. The day had started winding down. They'd eaten dinner, or were just enjoying the rest of what the evening had to offer. Arden was away from the group. He already had a few things packed up, preparing for his departure soon. But right now, Arden sat on the floor. One hand was fixated on the dangling necklace around his neck, while his other was occupied with his phone. It was held loosely, thumb sliding hesitantly against the smooth screen. As much as he enjoyed time with his family, with or without the fighting he did, or the horrible mistake that burdened his grandmother, that same feeling of wasting time came back. Arden's eyes focused on the screen, the alerts from calls so long ago that he still refused to delete. His calls from after. Both scenarios reeked with stubbornness. Even now, he could recite the words he spat like a chant. It was so buried in his brain, he couldn't help but question if it was his punishing reminder not to repeat it. Or was it? I guess despite the rising and setting of the sun, he remained the same. Arden wandered to old pictures. He didn't have as many as he wished, but anything from before what he'd done felt like a time far away, somewhere he wished to live in again. Arden released his inner cheek from the grasp of his own teeth. He felt a shudder tremble through him, The air had shifted. Quickly put his phone into his pocket, tensing. The steady mumbling, occasional laughter from the other room had dropped off a bit as well. Arthur pulled himself back up, started for the other room. The sound of knocking startled him. Flashbacks scratching through his brain. His body stopped without his say-so. He snapped out after a beat of just listening. He defaulted himself into his bathroom, shutting the door softly behind. He attempted to collect himself, refocusing on his journal instead. He couldn't just sit and reminisce. At least, he'd feel useful looking and adding his notes. He didn't dismiss the feeling, however. Even if he wanted to, he couldn't. He did try and calm himself down. Being tense constantly hadn't done anything for him anyways. Maybe he should go and check and see what was going on, but he worried. Wherever he went, that seemed to be where the trouble happened. If he did go to peek in later, just to see if everyone was okay, at least he would, after he became a little bit more rational. It was a harsh reminder seeing his grandmother laid up with the cast around her, thinking of how crazy things could get if he didn't calm himself down. He was the one who got himself into this mess. He couldn't bring everyone else down too.